Okay. Good evening, students. Today we are going to discuss problems on electric field and time rate of oscillations of bob and motion of charged particle and previous problems on these concepts. Okay. First, this is the problem. 2 point charges Q1 2 microcoulombs, Q2 1 microcoulomb are placed at a distance B equals to 1 centimeter and A equals to 2 centimeters from the origin on the y-axis and x-axis as shown in the figure. The field vector at point A comma B subtend an angle theta with x-axis. So let's say this is makes field makes an angle theta with x-axis. Then what is the field we are going to find? What is the angle we are going to find? Suppose first we have to find the resultant electric field at point P. In order to find the intensity of electric field at point P, so we place one unit positive test charge at point P. Let's say I am placing unit positive test charge. So it's a plus ripple and E1 is in this direction. Plus, this is the both are plus charges. So this is also plus. E2 bar is in this direction. So this is the B and this is the A. Now the resultant electric field is this is the E resultant, it makes an angle theta. So this is the Y component is E bar, E2 bar, X component is E1 bar. First we are going to find E1 and E2. First E1, let's say this is the charge Q. At r distance, what is the electric field formula? E is equals to formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. This is the formula. So now what is the electric field at a distance from its Q1? Electric field E1 equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, it's Q1 by A square, Q1 by A square. So now what about E2? E2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So the electric field due to Q2 at B distance, it's Q2 by B square. Now, so from this we can write it is, this is the E2 bar. So tan theta equals to opposite side by adjacent side. Now tan theta is equal to E2 by its E1. So that means both these two becomes cancel each other. E2 means Q2 by B square and E1 means Q1 by A square, means A square by its Q1. Now tan theta equal to Q2 means Q2 1 microcoulomb by B square centimeter square into A square 4 centimeter square by divided by Q1 2 microcoulombs. Microcoulomb cancel, centimeter square cancel. So now tan theta is equal to 4 by 2, 2 ones are 2 twos are, tan theta is equal to 2. We got this is the answer. So second problem, a large plate, flat metal surface has uniform charge density plus sigma. An electron of mass m charge E leaves the surface at an angle at point A with speed v and it returns to point B, then what is the maximum value of AB? Suppose we consider this is the metal surface. It's a metal surface. And let's say this is the point A and this is the point B, having uniform charge density plus sigma, surface charge density plus sigma. Then now a charged particle is projected, leaves from this point with velocity v and it reaches to point A. Then what is this is called maximum range. So what is the maximum range AB? We are going to find. So let's say it's theta. So this is the maximum range we are going to find. So here electric field is in this direction. So this is the uniform electric field. So in this direction there is a electric field, uniform electric field. So around the its conducting plate, the electric field E is equal to, we can write sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Now what is the range formula? Range R equal to U square sine 2 theta by it's 2G. Here we have to neglect the acceleration due to gravity G. So we are projecting minus Q charge. So force is acting, it's a downward direction, F is equal to QE. Now force equal to F equal to QE and MA, this is the G effective equal to QE and G effective equal to QE by M. So this is the G effective. R equal to U square. So when it will be maximum? When sin theta is maximum. Theta is maximum, this becomes maximum value. So R equal to U square by G effective. So this becomes sin 2 theta equals to 1 and this is the QE by M. Here charge is E and electric field equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Now the range R equal to here velocity is v square by 2 into charge E and sigma by m into 2 epsilon naught. So 2 cancel. So R equal to v square into m into epsilon naught by E into sigma. So this is the range AB. So next third question, if the electric field between the plates of a cathode ray oscilloscope be 1.2 into 10 power 4 Newton per coulomb, the deflection that an electron will experience if it enters at right angle to the field with kinetic energy 2000 electron volt is, the deflection assembly is 1.5 centimeters long. Suppose this is the electric field. It's a negative plate and this is the positive plate. So electric field is from positive plate to negative plate. Suppose an electron, this is the electron, is projected with velocity v, right angles to the field. So field is in this direction. So then what happened? So this is moves in the direction. Let's say it travel along y-axis y distance, along x-axis x distance. And what is the electric field? Electric field E equal to 1.2 into 10 power 4 Newton per Coulomb. So this can be written as 12 into 10 power 3 Newton per Coulomb. Its point is remote. So now its x equal to is given 1.5 centimeters. Now we can write 15 into 10 power minus 3 meters. We converted into meters. So now when it is enter into the uniform electric field, its initial velocity ux equal to u, and in this direction uy is equals to 0 initial velocity. So now we are applying the initial velocity ux equal to u is constant, ax equals to 0 because its constant acceleration is 0 after time t. So distance traveled along x direction is x. Now we are using the s equal to ut plus half at square. So distance traveled x direction x, initial velocity u, only x direction, and it's a time t and it's a 0 acceleration. So now we got x equal to ut, and from this t is equals to t equal to x by u. The same way we can apply y-axis also. What is the initial velocity along the y-axis? Initial velocity 0. And here electric field is in this direction, motion of charged particle upward. So F is equal to QE, force acting on the charged particle. It's m into A is equals to QE, and acceleration along y direction is QE by m. So now acceleration along y direction QE by m, and its time is t. Distance traveled along y direction is sy equal to y. So using s equal to ut plus half at square. So from here s means distance traveled along the y direction, y equal to initial velocity along y direction is 0, and its time t plus half a into t square. A means QE by m into t square. So now y equal to half QE by m into t square replace, we can write is x by ut in the replace of t. So we'll get the formula x square by u square. X square by u square. Now its kinetic energy equal to, we can write is kinetic energy equal to half mu square. From here mu square is equals to 2 times kinetic energy. So now in the replace of m into u square, we can write it is y is equal to q by 2 into 2 times kinetic energy into its x square. So this is the formula. Now we are substituting y equal to so charge. So here electron means 16 into 10 power minus 20, it's a Coulomb's charge. Electric field is 12 into 10 power 3, 12 into 10 power 3 divided by 2 into 2, 4 into kinetic energy. So kinetic energy 2000 electron volts, and x square. So here x equal to 15 into 10 power minus 3. So we can write it is 15 into 10 power minus 6. Here we can write is charge of electron is E. Now E cancel. 3 ones are. So 4 ones are, 4 threes are. So now y equal to 1, 2, 3. So 10 power minus 9. 10 power minus 9 plus 3. 3 into 15 into 15 into 10 power minus 9 plus 3 divided by 2. So then we get the answer 0.34, it's millimeters. After calculation we got the answer 0.34 millimeters. Alright, next problem. A bob of simple pendulum of mass 40 grams with a positive charge 4 into 10 power minus 6 coulombs is oscillating with the time period t1. An electric field intensity 3.6 into 10 power 4 Newton per coulomb is applied vertically upwards. So now the time period is t2. The value of t2 by t1 is, see there are two cases are there. First case is without applying electric field. Second case is we apply the electric field. Without applying electric field, time period t1. By applying the electric field, it's time period t2. Then what is the ratio of it's t1 by t2 by t1. So first case, this is the simple pendulum. Its mass m. So tension T, its weight mg. When we oscillating due to the restoring force, just we displaced from its mean position due to the mg sin theta restoring force acting on the bob, it is oscillating to and fro motion. And the time period of simple pendulum t is equals to 2 pi root over L by G. Second case, it's a time period t1. So when we apply the electric field upward direction means this is the positive plate and it's a negative plate. Electric field is from positive to negative. So when it is positive to negative having charge Q, so it is in the uniform electric field. When plus Q is in the uniform electric field and electric force acting on this F is equal to QE, and now we displace from its equilibrium position, it is oscillating. In this case, G effective equal to net force equal to, you can write is mg minus QE. G effective equal to Newton's second law, mg minus QE. So G effective equal to G minus it's a QE by m. Now what is the time period? It's T2 equal to 2 pi root over L by G minus QE by m. Now we are going to find this is the equation number 1. Equation number 2, 2 by 1. That means T2 by T1. So 2 pi cancel, L cancel. So root over G by G minus QE by m. And here we have to take G equals to 10. So T2 by T1 is equal to 10 by. First we have to calculate it's QE by m. Q is 4 into 10 power 6. Electric field 3.6 into 10 power 4. So we can write it is 36 into 10 power 3 divided by, and mass 40 grams converted into kg 10 power minus 3. So after calculation we get T2 by T1 is equals to 1.25. This equals to, so 10 power plus 6. Right. Next problem, a particle of mass 1 kg and carrying charge 0.01 coulomb is sliding down an inclined plane of angle 30 degrees with the horizontal. An electric field E is applied to stop the field. If the coefficient of friction between the particle and the surface of the plane is 1 by 2 root 3, then E must be, what is the E? So first, here this is the particle of mass mg in this direction. So this direction mg sin theta, this direction mg cos theta, it makes theta. This is the normal reaction. In this direction, here it's a theta, it's a QE cos theta. E means it's a force F equals to QE. So in this direction, QE sin theta. So now N equal to mg cos theta plus QE sin theta, because there is no acceleration along this direction, so upward force equal to total downward force. Now here also, and this is ready to move, slide down, so frictional force acting upward direction, limiting frictional force. So here also there is no motion. mg sin theta is equal to frictional force plus QE, it's cos theta. mg sin theta plus mu into n plus QE cos theta. Here F means mu into n, so mg mu into mg cos theta plus QE sin theta plus QE cos theta. So now we have to find E. M means 1 kg. So G may we take it is it's 9.8 or 10. 9.8. Sin 30 1 by 2 mu 2 root 3, so 1 into 9.8 cos 30 root 3 by 2 plus Q means 10 power minus 2 into E sin 30 1 by 2 plus 10 power minus 2 into E into cos 30 root 3 by 2. So after solving, we get the answer E is equal to so 140 root 3 is the answer. Yes, this is the Ames 2001 question. The point charges Q and minus Q are placed at some distance apart. If the electric field at the location of Q is E, then the electric field at the location of minus 2Q will be. Suppose these are the two charges and here minus 2Q. So what will be the electric field location of Q is E. So what is the electric field at location of minus 2Q? So at location of Q means, so which will produce this will produce electric field at this point. So now what is the electric field formula? E equal to formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So due to this charge at this point, minus 2Q by its R square. So now we can write it is minus E by 2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square, equation number 1. Now what is the electric field at this position? Means the electric field due to plus Q at this point. So E dash E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So due to the plus Q charge divided by R square. So from equation 1, in the replace of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, we can write Q, minus E by 2. So now E dash equals to minus E by 2. Four charges are arranged at the four corners of a square as shown in the figure. The direction of electric field at the center of the square is along. This is the AIMS 2009 question. So first we have to find the intensity of electric field at the center. In order to find intensity of electric field at center, we have to place one unit positive test charge at this center. Now first, electric field due to plus Q1, so in this direction E1, and plus 4 coulomb plus ripple plus 4, so in this direction. Now what is the resultant electric field along this? Because this is the 2Q and this is 4Q, and effect of 4Q is more than effect of plus 2Q. So for this, resultant electric field is in this direction. This is the E1, resultant electric field due to plus 4Q and minus 4Q. Here plus Q, plus 3Q. So this is the plus 3Q, and here what is an effective, net effective charge? This is the plus 3Q minus 3Q. So effective is 2Q charge. So intensity of electric field is this. Here also this is the 2Q, this is the 4Q. What is the net charge? 2Q. So due to this. Now here these are the resultant electric fields. So this is the 2Q and this is also 2Q, and both are having same magnitude and direction. Distance also here to here distance is same. If it is R, it's R, and root 2R is R, this is also root 2R. That means resultant electric field is in between the E1 and E2 exactly. So in the direction of DC, is in the direction of DC. It's in the direction of DC. Yes, this is also a previous question. It's a very important question. So there are two charges are there, plus and plus Q are separated by distance D. So this is the center of the charges. So where is the intensity of electric field is maximum from center of the charge. At what distance intensity of electric field becomes maximum? Let's say we consider a point P which is at a distance x from the center. Here we are assuming its maximum, that x we are going to find. So in order to find net intensity of electric field at this point, we placed 1 coulomb. Plus repel each other. So in this direction E1, here also plus repel each other. In this direction it's E2. Here it's a theta. Now this is the bisector. So here also it makes theta. Now it resolves into two components. In this direction E1 sin theta. In this direction E2 E1 cos theta. Here also, this also we can resolve into E2 sin theta. In this direction E2 cos theta. Suppose here it's x, this is the d by 2, then this distance becomes r is equals to root over x square plus d square by 4. It's adjacent side, this is the theta, opposite side, it's adjacent side, hypotenuse is equals to root over adjacent square plus opposite square. This is the formula. Here also, this is also r equal to x square plus d square by 4. Now what is the intensity of electric field due to Q at this distance? What is the intensity of electric field due to Q at this distance? Means both are having same magnitude of charges, and same intensity of electric field. E1 equal to E2 equal to K into Q square by this is the R square, means X square plus D square by 4. Here E1, E2 are both are same, these two becomes cancel each other. Now what is the resultant electric field? Both are acting in the same direction. So this is the resultant electric field equals to 2 E1 cos theta plus E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. Both are same. So 2 times E1 cos theta. So this is the theta. Then what happened? Cos theta. Cos theta equal adjacent side by hypotenuse. So x by x square plus d square by 4 whole power 1 by 2. So now we have to write E resultant equals to 2 into k q square by x square plus d square by 4 into x by x square plus d square by 4 whole power 1 by 2. Here powers are same, base are same, power should be added, and E resultant equal to 2kq by x square plus d square by 4 whole power 3 by 2 into x. When E is equal to maximum, then what happened? Its first derivative d by dx is equal to 0. Now we have to differentiate with respect to x. First, this is the most constant value, and de by dx is equal to 2kq. You keep this, this becomes constant. So x square plus d square by 4 whole power 3 constant, and differentiation of x is 1 minus, and differentiation of this first power should be right like this, and x square plus d square by 4 and power decreased by minus 1. So 3 by 2 minus 1 means 3 by 3 minus 2 by 2 means it's a 1 by 2 into differentiation of this 2x, and again x is also is there, it's x into x. So when it is maximum, first derivative becomes 0. Now 2kq, it's take it common, so this value becomes 0, and x square plus d square by 4 whole power 3 by 2 minus 3 into 2 to cancel, 3x square into x square plus d square by 4 whole power 1 by 2 equals to 0, and you bring that side x square plus d square by 4 whole power 3 by 2 equal to 3 into x square plus d square by 4 whole power 1 by 2. So now we can write it is, this can be written, So like this also, x square plus d square by 4 into x square plus d square by 4 whole power 1 by 2. So 1 by 2, it's 3 by 2, this becomes cancel. So now x square plus d square by 4 equal to 3x square. So you bring this side, d square by 4 equal to 3x square minus x square, 2x square. Now x square equal to d square by 4 into 2. So now x equal to d by 2 root 2 is the answer. So where it becomes a field maximum at x equal to d by 2 root 2. So field becomes maximum. So thank you.